To, there are people standing guard because they understand. It's phenomenal to be part of you, and thank you so much to all of you paddlers who went down the river with me. I love all of you. Thank you so, so much.
And I'd also like to mention that Finn Donnelly, he's been adopted by the Squamish Nation, and he has a Squamish name, Yos. So I'm sorry I didn't introduce you according to protocol. And I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce Chief Marilyn Baptiste.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here with us. I'd like to, first of all, thank the Squamish for welcoming us to the territory here. And I'm Marilyn Baptiste, Chief of the Honeygut-Ean First Nations, one of the 6 Tsaikot-Ean communities. And we stand guard at the headwaters of the Tsiko River and the Chilcotin. We, of course, did not hesitate to join Alexandra Morton in this great journey down the Fraser River. I had my youth, Marie, as well as my elder, my drummer and singer, Gilbert Salmon, with us on this journey, and representing our people as a part of the Salmon people as well. It is a part of our Aboriginal right, our Aboriginal being. We are connected to the land and the water. It is our duty and responsibility to protect the wild salmon and our water. And I would like to just encourage everybody, of course, to continue to stand with Alexandra and all of us to save our wild salmon. We, of course, are also fighting to save our wild rainbow trout of Fish Lake that is directly above the headwaters of the Tsiko River, that goes into the Chilco and down into the Chilcotin and into the Fraser. We are fighting against the Tsiko Mines Limited and their Prosperity Gold and Copper Mine. They would like to drain Fish Lake that is home to the wild rainbow trout, over 85,000 rainbow trout. And we would like to also encourage you to stand up and go to the Assembly of First Nations website to sign an online petition to help save Fish Lake, as well as the wild sockeye that travel these rivers at the headwaters and down into the Fraser. So, of course, again, when I say wild, 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 wild. Thank you. And I just also want to let all of you know that we have our title and rights case going into the appeal courts here in Vancouver starting November 15th. And this threat of the Fish Lake mine, or the Fish Lake draining, is in our Declaration of Rights area in the Eastern Trapline. So come again and join us on November 15th here in the appeals courts for Tennessee.
Okay, so we just have a couple more speakers, and I bet you're all just waiting to get warm. And there is a standing invite after this to our after party with some music and some amazing musical and artistic acts at W2, which is just right down the road. So we'll be all walking there together just after a few amazing more speakers. And
I'd like to introduce Margo French, Talca Landing First Nations, and Cheryl Baker, Stilatin First Nations, are Aboriginal fisheries workers who stand on guard for the headwaters of the Fraser River. Give a warm welcome.
First Nation Nation, Salish First Nations, all of the people of the islands. I love you all for who you are, what you stand up for. I am Margo French from Tackle Lake First Nation. My traditional name is Salmon, what means when the fish goes up the river, it has a little foam at the end of the tail. That's my name, and that's who I'm protecting, is the wild salmon. The salmon that goes up into my territory travels 1,000 kilometers from Vancouver all the way up to the Drifted Valley. So I think if they can do it, we can stand behind them and protect them against the fish farms, against the pollution, against all industries. Wild salmon is my life. I started it back in 1986, and I'm not going to give up until I'm gone. The next 7 generations will know about this. I am strong, I am women, and I am standing up for my rights. And my chief, Dolly Abraham from Tackle Lake Band, wrote a letter to the people of this area saying, Crown Commission, please listen to us as we are one people. Does not matter you're red, yellow, black or white. We all stand as one. So this is what we stand for, Crown Commission. I love you all, and again thanks to the Salish Musqueam people. Thank you very much.
That was inspiring. And I think we're all going to take that to heart, and we will stand with you and do whatever it takes to protect wild salmon. Next up, I would like to welcome Brian Gunn, who is the president of the Wilderness Tourism Association, to talk a little bit about the impacts that fish farms have on tourism in this province. Pretend you're just like kissing it.
Pretend you're yelling at people. Okay, I've got to yell at you all, so I'm not used to yelling at people, but I want to say, first of all, thank you to all of my fellow paddlers. I paddled from Chilliwack to Jericho, and my partner paddled part of the way with me as well. And the camaraderie and the spirit and the welcoming of First Nations people was just overwhelming. So, thank you everybody for that. I wanted to tell you that as contrary to what the farms are saying, the problem is not over. I am speaking for wilderness tourism operators who are seeing this year the lack of pink salmon returns in the Broughton Archipelago and up in Smith Inlet and other salmon chum and coho in Bella Coola, and it's frightening. I've got an operator here today, Lindsay Pattinson from Tide Rep Tours, who will tell you he's seen starving grizzly bears. And that's just a shame, a real shame. So when the farmers tell us that they've given all this data out, 21 farms and all this, it's just a little teeny bit. There's 128 farms that we need the data from as far as infectious diseases. But more than that, we need to know exactly what's happening on the farms when the baby salmon swim by. We know what salmon come back, we know what salmon go out, and we know and we see them being devastated by the farms as they go past. Is that the whole thing? We don't know, because we don't have the information. We need all the information that's available from the farms, from the DFO, and it should be posted on the website every day so we can put the best research minds in the province and in the country together to solve this problem.